Hi kids, I'm construction foreman Dave.
If you like bulldozers, hop on board with Real Wheels.
I shouldn't have done that.
Dave and Becky get in all sorts of silly trouble with everything on wheels.
Hi kids, I'm fireman Dave.
Get all kinds of fun videos about everything from fire trucks to trains to police cars and even Santa. Drive off with the whole Real Wheels collection from Kid Vision. When you want to sing and dance, play Rockin' Real Wheels. Get the songs that get you going.
We are the trains on the railroad track. Woo, woo, choo, choo, and clickety-clack. If you wave to us, we'll wave right back. We are the trains on the track.
Get Rockin' Real Wheels from Kid Vision. Say hello to real animals when you spend a day with lions. A day with horses, monkeys, whales, and more. You'll have a whale of a time with real animals from Kid Vision. Wish you could be a cowboy or a beautiful ballerina? Then make sure to see Dream Big.
Who are you?
Willie's the name, wishing's the game.
You get one wish from Wishing Well Willie. Really?
You can do things you've always dreamed of. Just ask Willie.
You can do it, Tommy. Go, go!
Make your wish come true with Dream Big videos. I wish I were a cowboy and a football player. Or I wish I were a ballerina and a cheerleader. From the #1 name in videos for kids.
Kid Vision!
It's amazing how helicopters can fly. Unlike airplanes, they can hover. Have you ever wondered what it's like to fly in one? Well, hold on tight, because there goes a helicopter. Helicopters help people every day, from search and rescue to traffic reporting. Helicopters can go almost any place fast, carry real heavy things, and get Marines where they need to be. They come in all different shapes and sizes, so they can do very different jobs.
Hey kids, I'm helicopter pilot Dave.
And I'm helicopter pilot Becky, but we're not real pilots.
No, but the real helicopter pilots have agreed to let us pretend for the day so that we can all learn about helicopters and the work they do.
So grab your helmets and let's go fly.
Come on.
The U.S. Coast Guard uses helicopters for some of the most important jobs. They're used for search and rescue on oceans, beaches, and rivers. The brave men and women of the U.S. Coast Guard are real professionals who go to work and save lives every day. Becky and I decided to join the Coast Guard team at the Coast Guard station in San Diego, California. And right off the bat, we were assigned some very important jobs.
This is a beautiful bird. Oh, the things I could do if they just let me fly this baby.
Mayday, mayday! Come in, Coast Coast Guard. This is diving golden treasure 30 miles west of help Coast Guard. Mayday, mayday.
Person in distress calling the Coast Guard. Please repeat your message. I got a mayday situation. Everybody is on patrol. The only two people I can send are those new recruits, Pilot Dave and Pilot Becky. Pilot Dave and Pilot Becky report to operations immediately. Pilot Dave and Pilot Becky report to operations immediately.
Pilot Dave reporting for duty, sir.
And Pilot Becky reporting for duty.
Okay, relax, relax. I got your first big mission. Do you think you can handle it?
Oh,
We've
yes.
been waiting for this.
Okay, good. That's the spirit. Got a mayday call about 30 miles west of San Diego around San Clemente Island. Could be a diver in trouble out there. Heard on the radio something about golden and treasure.
Ooh, gold.
I need you to go out and investigate for me and report back to me.
Right away, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
go ahead.
First mission.
No, I can't believe it. Our first real mission. Do you realize this?
Yeah, I know, I
Our
know.
first real mission. What?
I gotta go to the bathroom.
No, you're kidding.
Just take a minute.
Dave, you can't go to the bathroom now.
I'll
We
be
gotta
right
go.
back. I don't want to have to go out there. I'll be
Well,
right
then
back.
hurry up.
Okay. What are you doing?
I'm waiting for you. What do you mean what am I
I thought
doing?
you'd have the bird all
gosh,
warmed
come
up
on,
by
let's
now.
go.
Let's go.
Pilot Becky.
And Pilot Dave, ready for our mission, sir.
All right, helicopter's pre-flight and ready to go.
Let's go. Let's go find that guy.
Parking brake.
Parking brake off.
Nose lock.
Nose lock off.
Flotation.
Flotation ready.
Center instrument panel.
And she's on. We're ready to go. Let's get this baby in the air.
You know, Dave, I don't get it. Helicopters are incredible, but they don't have any wings, so how do they fly?
This is a bad time to be asking how helicopters fly when we're flying one. Weren't you paying any attention in class?
Well, I was, but they still didn't explain exactly, you know, how they fly without
works.
wings.
Don't think about it. Just think about finding that poor guy out there.
Okay.
How do helicopters fly without wings, you're probably wondering? Well, they use this big fan-like prop on the top of the helicopter. It spins around, woo, 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 and it beats the air down. And when it forces the air down, that pushes the helicopter up. And that's how a helicopter works, basically. But there's more to it than that. Now, this device is called a tail rotor. It's another fan device, only instead of going around like this and pushing the helicopter up, it pushes the air to the side and keeps the helicopter going in a straight direction. If it didn't have this turning, the helicopter would spin out of control. This helicopter is driven by a jet turbine engine. Now, when I say jet engine, you probably look at these devices here and think that that pushes the helicopter through the air like a jet aircraft. That's not the case. This is just an exhaust port. The jet engine turns this big prop up here, and when it tilts sideways, that pulls the aircraft through the air and drives it forward. Now, because this is a special Coast Guard rescue helicopter, it has some devices on it that other helicopters might not have, like this hoist. This swings out, and there's 250 feet of cable in there that they can string down into the water and rescue people. This is the remote control for that device, and it puts it in the water. They hook themselves up, and it'll lift as much as 600 pounds. Becky, I want you to check that chart and see where we are.
Dave, I don't have the chart.
What do you mean you don't have the chart?
Well, I thought I had it, but I must have left it back at the base.
It was on your checklist.
I know.
Well, how are we supposed to find this guy if we don't even know the coordinates and we don't have a chart?
Wait a minute. We do have the GPS.
The Global Positioning System.
That's right.
Satellite system.
That's right.
That's right. You know, that's a pretty amazing way to locate yourself. You can tell where you are no matter where you are in the world.
That's right.
Turn it on.
Okay. Ha ha, look at that.
Yeah, now we know where we are, but where's he?
I don't know. Keep looking.
You know, Becky, helicopters haven't always been this sophisticated. When they were first invented, they were little more than a rotor and a stick, and they didn't always fly.
And they weren't very safe either. But don't worry, he wasn't hurt. Leonardo da Vinci had an idea for a helicopter almost 500 years ago. And people have been trying to perfect the idea ever since. They've tried all kinds of ideas to see which would work the best. Sometimes the idea was a lot better than the real thing, like this flying platform. And look at this. It's a pogo plane. When the idea is just right, it's awesome, like this Huey Cobra gunship. Or this B-22. As you can see, it takes off like a helicopter, but once it's in the air, the engines and rotors tilt forward so it can fly straight like an airplane.
Pilot Becky,
Yes, Pilot Dave.
have you seen anything yet?
No, I don't see a thing. But you know what I've been thinking about, Dave? You know that message?
Yeah.
All we heard in that message was golden treasure.
Yeah, and then it broke up.
Right.
That's right.
So we're thinking that 200 years ago, all those Spanish ships used to come through these waters carrying jewelry and gold.
Yeah.
And maybe
Yeah.
they found a sunken Spanish ship. Or one of those ships carrying gold through the gold rush.
Yeah. You suppose that
Tons of
diver
gold.
stumbled on a bunch of gold?
Yes.
Oh, hey, and if we save his life, maybe he'll split it with us.
Oh, I'm sure he would because there'd be so
yeah.
much.
There'll be tons of gold. But you know what?
What?
We're going to need a much bigger helicopter to carry all that gold.
That's true. Whoa, look at this.
Wow, now that's a big building,
No
huh?
kidding. We're at the U.S. Marine Corps Station, Tustin.
This is the home to some of the biggest helicopters in the world. And of course, if you're going to have a big helicopter, you got to have a big, safe building to keep them in.
Like the two hangars they have here, which are the largest unsupported wooden structures in the world.
Now, these were originally built for great big blips right after World War II. Today, they're home to these great big military helicopters.
So come along, let's go take a look.
This is the powerful Super Sea Stallion. It's so big, the back end opens up and vehicles can drive right in. It's designed to fly such long distances that it needs to refuel while it flies. This long pipe connects to a tanker plane, a gas station in the sky.
These are the rotor blades off one of the biggest helicopters in the world, and they're kind of different than regular rotor blades, which are made out of solid metal. These are actually hollow. If you look close, they look like wings, right? The front surface is made out of titanium, one of the strongest metals in the world. And then these surfaces are actually made out of fiberglass. The inside is filled with nitrogen gas, and the combination makes a very strong, very light rotor blade. And when it spins, it slices through the air and lifts the big helicopter up through the air. This is where the rotor blade attaches to the rotor head. Now, helicopters are complicated machines. This is the rotor head, and one look at this kind of tells you this is a complicated machine. The whole thing tilts on top of the helicopter and determines whether the chopper goes forward or hovers or goes backwards or sideways. And then the individual blades tilt too. And that's what this does. It controls the pitch of the blade, determines whether the helicopter lifts up or goes down.
Good afternoon, kids. I'm Captain Biggs, United States Marine Corps. I'll be talking about the CH-53 Delta Sea Stallion helicopter, one of the world's fastest and strongest helicopters. This helicopter is capable of picking up 55 troops, but we primarily use it for transporting Jeeps, Humvees, and other equipment to support the Marines in the field. The right hand, what I've got here is a cyclic. It's used for turning the helicopter left and right, forward and aft. And on my left hand is what we use, it's called the collective, used to make the helicopter go up and down. These are what we call the rudder pedals. These control the thrust on the helicopter's tail rotor. This enables us to hover over a spot and do a 360-degree circle. Kids flying these helicopters is the greatest job in the world. You could do it too. All you have to do is stay in school and study hard. Let's go flying.
Hi, I'm Captain Lou Villarol, CH-46 pilot with the Marine Corps. Behind me is a CH-46 helicopter. You can see it's unique because it's got two head rotors on top of each head. That's what makes it unique. You notice other helicopters have a tail rotor. What we mainly do with this helicopter is carry Marine Corps grunts, as we affectionately call them, point A to point B.
Behind us is a CH-46 helicopter, which stands for cargo helicopter.
This is really the workhorse for the Marines. It's used for getting troops in and out of dangerous areas quickly and efficiently. And when you see how they do it, you're going to want to go for a ride.
This is the spy harness which Marine Corps uses. Basically goes over the shoulders, straps in, they hook up to the spy line, and away they go.
Lifetime. Ever seen Superman and Spider-Man going around in the rover? That's us right there.
If your safety is good, then everything is fun. That makes this fun. That's why we didn't have to worry.
Which is a utility helicopter. It's used to carry everything from food to weapons to even the general to the battlefield.
Hi kids, my name is Captain Moran and this is my Huey Hog, and we're going to go for a ride now.
Missiles. I got him! I got him! I'm just kidding. Hey, it's me! I'm in one of the most awesome fighting machines you will ever see. It's a helicopter. It's the military Cobra gunship. What do you say we take a look around? This is a very unique helicopter. If you look closer, notice that it's very, very skinny. And so it has a thin profile, so it's harder for the enemy to lock on target and shoot it out of the air. Now look closely at this. This is a 20-millimeter cannon, a gun that fires very rapidly and is very, very dangerous. Now this is really neat because hooked into the back of the helmet that the gunner or the pilot wears is a mechanism that controls this camera on the front. As he turns his head, this camera turns and the gun turret turns and it locks in on the enemy. The Cobra is really unique in many ways. First of all, the pilot and co-pilot don't sit side by side. The co-pilot or gunner sits up here, and then the pilot actually steers and flies the plane from back here. Now look at this. This is where they mount the missiles and laser-guided rockets, right up under here.
Hey kids, my name is Captain Bob Darling in the Marine Corps. I'm an attack helicopter pilot stationed here at Camp Pendleton, California. This here behind me is the AH-1 Cobra. We use it to destroy tanks on the battlefield. Come on with me and let's see if we can put her through her paces.
Hey, Becky.
Yeah.
Pilot Becky.
Uh-huh.
I'm kind of hungry. Where'd you put those snacks?
What do you mean, where'd I put the snacks? I didn't bring any snacks.
What do you mean you didn't bring any snacks?
It wasn't my turn to bring the
It's
snacks.
your responsibility to bring the snacks.
No, it wasn't. I brought them the last time.
I read it when we were studying it. That you're the co-pilot's supposed to bring the snacks.
Sure, you always say that. And anyway, how can you think of food at a time like this? We got to rescue a guy and get all that gold.
I'm hungry. I need a snack.
Oh, Dave.
My blood sugar's dropping. How am I supposed to do a rescue with low blood sugar? How about the water then? I'll take some water.
I didn't bring any water either. Why wasn't I in charge of the water?
Hey, road airhead. Anybody home in there?
Quit being such a bully.
Did you even read the manual before we took
Listen,
off?
you're being very selfish. You know what? You should be thinking about that diver and all that gold.
Yeah, you're right. All that gold.
And what we're going to do with it. You know what I'm going to do with it?
What are you going to do with it?
I'm going to buy my own island and build my own resort.
Oh, an island with a resort. Huh? You know what I'm going to do?
What?
I love helicopters. I mean, I really, really like these helicopters. I'm going to buy my own whirly-bird, keep them in my backyard, and I can use it to get to school. I'll never get stuck in traffic again.
And guess what? You could use your helicopter to fly to my island and stay at my resort.
Okay. Tell you what. Keep looking. See if you can spot that poor guy in that raft. We got to get to that gold.
Dave, slow down. Don't drive this like a race car. We're at the Long Beach Airport. This is where the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department keep all of their helos.
They use helicopters for very special jobs like search and rescue missions and high-speed chases from the air and just chasing down the bad guys.
So come on, let's go check it out. Whoa! This helicopter is called the Long Ranger 2. It'll hold 6 people, and it's mainly used for transportation and for flying long distances.
Oh, this is a neat helicopter. Hey, look down here. See that big tank back there? That's full of compressed air. And if there's an emergency situation and the pilot has to land in the water, he pushes a button up in the cockpit and the air is released. It comes down these tubes into these bags here. And they go whoosh, just like big balloons and fill up with air. And that way the helicopter won't sink if it has to land in the water.
Wow! Look at that helicopter over there. This is the helicopter they use when they're looking for the bad guys. And sometimes at night they need help, so they use this big light, which is as bright as day. Underneath the helicopter is this black ball, which is called the FLIR. It's a forward-looking infrared. It's a heat detector for finding the bad guys who are hiding in the bushes. If you'll notice, underneath the rotor is a sharp object, and underneath the helicopter is another sharp object, both as sharp as a knife. And what it's used for is in case they accidentally hit some high wires, it'll cut the wires. The inside of this helicopter is the same size as a small car. But wow, look at all these switches and dials. You have to go to school and study hard to learn how to fly one of these. And over here is the video screen that picks up the images from the infrared camera.
Wow, Wow, look at this beauty. Looks like a big giant mosquito, doesn't it? This is the Sikorsky S-58 Turbine. It's the biggest helicopter flown by the LA County Sheriff's Department, and it's used mostly for rescue operations. In fact, it's used in rescue operations all over the world. Now, this helicopter was built way back in 1959, and it's still flying today. That makes it more than 35 years old. It's older than most of your parents. Let's take a closer look and see how it works. You probably figured out that most helicopters have the engine up by the rotor, but not the Sikorsky. Let's look in here. This is where the Sikorsky's engine is. And there's actually two engines, one side by side. And if you look up here, you'll notice there's two big holes. It's kind of like your nose. It sucks in the air for the engine. Then the engine turns like this, and there's a shaft in the middle that transfers the power way up to the rotor that whirs around and lifts the helicopter through the air. Back here is where the crew rides. There's generally a crew chief that rides back here. He operates the hoist, which is up here. And then there's usually two paramedics for the rescue and for life-saving. And if you look inside, you'll see there's lots of room and lots of emergency equipment to save lives. Up there is where the pilot rides, and the Sikorsky's almost 9-10 feet off the ground. There's a certain sequence you got to use to get up there. The steps are built into the side, as you can see here. Let's see if I can remember what he told me to do. You use that step, and then kind of this step, and then I think you hold on there, and then, well, this is not right. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, once you finally get in the Sikorsky, way up here in the air, it's pretty much like most helicopters. It has a stick that you fly with. There are foot pedals you control the tail rotor with. And then, of course, there's a stick on your left side, and that's what you control the up and down motion with. And as you can see, there are lots and lots of buttons and dials. Oh, this is a beautiful big helicopter. I love it. You know, it's so strong it can actually lift a whole car, and it's so big it even uses wheel chocks just like the big airliners do. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Whoa. Stop. Wait. Oh, I shouldn't have done that.
We sure did. I'm Deputy Roger Peterson with the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department. I'm the pilot of this Sikorsky helicopter, known as the old workhorse. Let's go for a ride.
But you get on your own side, please. I'm trying to fly this bird.
You know what, Dave? I think it's your turn to start looking and my turn to take over flying.
Oh, no, I'm not letting you fly this
Oh, really?
bird.
Well, you want some of this?
Oh, wait a minute. You do have a candy
Yes,
bar.
I do. I
I
had to
knew
have
you
it
wouldn't
in
let me
my
down,
pocket.
partner. Go ahead and take the stick.
All right, take that.
I'm in such a good mood now that I got some food in me. What do you say we sing a chopper song?
Okay, how about we're in the Coast Guard now.
We're in the Coast Guard now.
We wiggle the sticks, the turns are up. We're in the Coast Guard now. Helos, helos, what a way to fly. Rotor heads, in the Coast Guard now. Rotor heads, we're in the Coast Guard now.
Hey, listen.
Mayday, mayday! Come in, Coast Guard!
That's our guy.
Mayday, mayday!
Let's go.
Dave, can we stop somewhere? Because I've really got to go to the bathroom.
What did you say?
I got to go to the bathroom.
I told you to go before we left like I did.
I didn't have to go then, and I have to go now, and if I don't go, I'm going to wet my pants.
Oh, just where do you expect to go? Where are you going to go up here? There's
Just
no
stop
bathroom
somewhere.
in this helicopter.
I know there's not a bathroom, but can't you just land somewhere?
Tell you
really
what,
quickly?
this sometimes works for me if I think of other things, like A beautiful beach scene with waves crashing on. No, that's not a good idea. Think of a forest scene with a little creek going down. Oh, no, that's not a good idea. Let's see, just hold it. We're almost there. All right, there he is. Pilot Becky, you think you can hold this baby in a steady hover while I go down? Jason, prepare the hoist. I'm going to go down and get him. Attention, attention, diver in the water. This is Pilot Dave and Pilot Becky in Coast Guard 1. Prepare to be hoisted up. Repeat, prepare to be hoisted up. I'm going to come down and rescue you. You're in good hands. Don't move.
And whatever you do, hurry up, because I gotta go to the bathroom.
Hey, are you okay? Where's the gold? What gold? That's the name of my ship. The Golden Treasure. She sank. She sank? Oh, no. Well, listen, get in the water. We got to get you up in the helicopter. Becky will hoist you up. Come on.
Dave, I'm gonna have to come back for you because I can't hold it any longer. I've gotta go!
Hey, what do you mean you're gonna leave me here? Wait a minute. Hey, you can't leave me here. Whoa!
Looks like I'll be stuck here another hour until Becky gets back to pick me up. Sure wish I had a fishing pole.
Dave, listen, take over for a minute. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Gotta go to the bathroom. Again?
Well, we've learned about all kinds of helicopters, from small ones to big ones. And if you'd like to learn more about them, you can always visit your local library.
Now remember, helicopters are terrific machines, but they're also very dangerous, so always wear your protective gear if you're around one. And remember, if you see the white lights flashing, that means they're getting ready to take off or the engines are about to start. Also, always remember that the tail rotor is the most dangerous part. Stay away from that at all times.
So until next time, keep your turns up, you rotor heads.
We'll see you next time.
Hi, I'm Commander Mike Saylor with the United States Coast Guard. Flying helicopters is an awful lot of fun. If you've ever dreamed of flying a helicopter, I urge you to stay in school, study hard, and stay off drugs.